God bless your hearts and welcome to Kingdom of Deliverance Baptist Church's YouTube channel. I'm Pastor Ray Watson here at Kingdom of Deliverance and want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to check this video out. Those that follow Kingdom of Deliverance's YouTube channel notice that it's been a while since we posted any videos. There are no problems. It's just that we wound up getting backlogged in terms of trying to edit the videos and put them out there for you. But I want to take this time to not do a video sermon as in the past, but want to talk to you about a couple of things. One of the things that the main thing that I want to talk about is that as a pastor, as a minister, as a child of God, I do hear a lot of things about what's going on and how difficult things are going on in today's society. Every time you look around, you see problems with families, you see problems with individuals, you see problems within government and society. And everybody is looking and pointing the finger about who to blame for all these problems. Now, mind you, some folks are dealing with problems that are not on their own, have not made themselves. Those that are dealing with abuse, whether it be physical, mental, or sexual abuse, the one who is being abused, it's not their fault, first of all, about what they're going through. The thing is that after the abuse has stopped, the thing is to get proper healing for what you dealt with, so that you can become whole and be made well, not only physically, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally well. The other thing that we need to understand is that another thing is that you cannot let that abuse and let what you're going through keep you locked into what is considered victimhood. Victimhood is when you stand around and blame everybody else for what is going on around you, stating that you cannot progress, you cannot go forward because of what has happened to you in the past. That's the great thing about God, is that He doesn't allow you to stay in the past. He redeems you, He saves you, He heals you, He makes you whole in your present so that you can walk into your future blessed, whole, and healed. But the problem is you can't do that if you're stuck and say that everybody has got a problem. It's everybody's fault but mine. That's victimhood. That's what it's called. And what it does, victimhood doesn't allow us to take personal responsibility for what goes on in our lives. You've got people that live in the hood, that live in the inner city, that live even in rural areas, and live top of the so-called food chain on the Gold Coast, in condominiums, that, hey, it's not my fault. I can't move. This is the way society is. This is the way it's made me. So I can't do anything, and I'm never going to progress to anything else. But I'm here to tell you, that's not what God has. That's not Bible. That's not the word. And the reason why I say that is because we need to take personal responsibility for a lot of things that go on in our lives. Yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I've been abused. Yes, I live in the wrong end of town. Yes, I might have done something that got me locked up. But that's done. That's in the past, and I'm walking with Christ. And in order for you to walk with Christ, you got to take personal responsibility for what you are and what you've done. That is one of the things that kind of gets us when we deal with the Bible and when we deal with our relationship with God. It even happened back in Genesis chapter 3. And I'm going to read the King James Version on this. And it says, and the man said, the woman whom gave us to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. In other words, this happens in chapter 3 of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 12. And it talks about that. Why does it talk about that like that? Because we've got to look at what he's trying to say and what he's doing. Adam and Eve had ate the fruit that they were not supposed to eat of. And they wound up looking at themselves, finding out they're naked. And then all of a sudden they heard God's voice walk through the garden. And then they hid themselves. And God said, Adam, where art thou? And Adam came up and said, I heard your voice. I heard your voice, and I got afraid, and I was naked. And God had to ask him, who told you you were naked? You were born. You were made naked. You were made without clothes. Who told you were you naked? And God is not a fool. God is not ignorant. He knew just by their action that, he's going to ask them the question, did you eat of the fruit that I told you not to eat of? And Adam said, yes. Basically, he said, in the man. And that's where verse 12 comes in. And what he did when he said that, he actually confessed that he did eat of the fruit, but he also shifted the responsibility to the woman and to God himself. Because he said, the woman that thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. That's not working. And that's what we do. We do this on a constant basis. We don't take personal responsibility for our mess ups. We don't take personal responsibility for the state that we're in. We blame everybody else. And then not only do we blame everybody else, at times we even blame God. We blame God for the condition that we're in. When we didn't move, when we didn't get up, when we didn't say anything, when we didn't stand up for what was right. That's going on in everything, in every situation, in every corner of life today. Folks are not taking personal responsibility. They see something that's going wrong in their neighborhood. They see something that's going wrong in their town. They see something going wrong in their school and on their job, and they don't say anything. That's not taking personal responsibility. It's something on Black History Month, it is something that Dr. King said in his fight against segregation, against Jim Crow, giving us African Americans the right to vote. He said this. He says the only thing that it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to sit down and do nothing. That's what's going on. There's a lot of good men and a lot of good women that are not standing up, not taking personal responsibility, raising their children, correcting their children, informing in a loving manner their neighbors, praying and interceding, not taking that personal responsibility, but expecting somebody else to do it. My brothers and sisters, I hope you enjoyed this 8 minutes. Be looking forward to seeing you again. And not only looking forward to seeing you again, but also looking forward to have some sermons up there for you in the next couple of weeks and couple of days. Now, why don't you like this, subscribe to our page, like the video. If you have any prayer requests or comments, like us, put them down below. We'll get to you. We'll pray for you and everything. Just remember that if you want to email me, you can. My email address is rev_Watson10@yahoo.com. And if you want to send us something by post office, by U.S. mail, you can write us at 3532 West Reservoir Boulevard, Peoria, Illinois, 61615. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, always remember, what is coming is better than what has been. God bless.